Hi, I am Zayd Abdul-Karim, and thank you for this opportunity to share. I want to pull up the file, the PowerPoint file. And in this presentation, I want to ask the question. The question is, in the times that we're living in now, with all of the turmoil and the loss, is religion still relevant in the world today? We're experiencing so much loss, even the human condition, the common human experience is loss. As we get older, we lose certain abilities and capabilities. And we see even before COVID-19 and after COVID-19, the loss has accelerated. We've added on this racial turmoil in the United States, which really is a part of, affects the whole world. But we've lost jobs, we've lost loved ones, we've lost routines, we've lost businesses. But the biggest thing that we lost, even before COVID-19, is I believe we had lost our humanity. We lost our human sentiments, our human attitudes, our human behaviors to one another. That we had become such an oppressive word environment, an oppressive environment with one another. And so we need some way to bounce back. COVID has forced us to re-engage in what's most important. In our relationships, Creator, our relationships with family, it's forced us to come back to our humanness. But we need a formula so that we can bounce back and come back and move forward. And I believe that that formula begins with faith, the abstract concept of faith. It moves us out of the word environment of loss and fear and puts us in a different environment, because the way our mind works, when we have a thought or a word, then we begin to think in images. And these are some of the images that could be associated with the idea of faith, at least with the 5 major religions. Of course, we know there are more. But from these images, we begin to generate certain types of feelings, like maybe peace or safety. And some of us resonate with one or more of these images than others. But all of this becomes the foundation for our belief systems. Not just religious belief, but our beliefs about ourselves as people, our beliefs about how the world works, how we should be interacting with each other. And so reframing to faith is the first step in resilience. But it's important to be clear about what are the definitions. What does faith really mean? Is it faith because I say that I am this or I am that? I don't think so. I think there's more to it. Here we see this definition coming from Hebrews, where it's connecting us with pleasing God. That there's an urge in the soul of people to please the one that created them. However we understand that to be. Hinduism, a belief in a supreme being and adherence to the truth and purpose, and that there are sacred scriptures that are followed. In Hebrew, the word emunah deals with faith, and this whole notion of it being an influence subconsciously, not only in the individual subconscious, but there's a broader or greater subconscious, a collective subconscious, if you will, that also influences our life. And by shifting out of that negativity into the positivity and having more clarity of definitions, we begin to access and get support from the spiritual realm. In Arabic language, amanu, faith means to voluntarily obey the universal laws, to trust the Creator And that gives us safety and security and peace. Buddhism, Sadhya, defines faith as the place that you put your heart upon, where the heart can trust and be inspired. So this idea of faith connects us to the unknowable power in the spiritual realm and brings all of that to our aid. It connects us with God and brings a calmness to the heart, regardless of whatever tradition it is that we use, however we worship. Our worship of God relates to us worshiping and serving others, serving humanity and creation. And the outcomes of this concept of faithfulness and loyalty and trust and truthfulness is that we get relief and we can have a stronger love for ourselves, for others, for the Creator, and more excellence and guidance. The two things that human being needs more than anything else is guidance and assistance. And so this helps us to become whole and really experience the mercy that is here for all of us as human beings. Also in reframing, I think we have to reframe out of separation into oneness, neutralize the negativity that we're experiencing, and look for the wisdom. You know, whatever you put your attention on is what's going to show up in your life. And when we look for the wisdom and look for the mercy during these times, then we, in fact, will see it. And recognizing that part of this oneness is that there's one Creator who's created us all from one soul. He created many men and many women. But this one power, whether you're a scientist or you're a theologian, you both would agree that this power is unknowable to us in its fullness. It's created not only human beings, but created everything in creation and gives everything what it needs in order to grow to its full potential. And we think about oneness, thinking about one race, which is the human race, raising our vibration above color, blackness, whiteness. This is a lower definition. I don't even think it's a definition for humanity. And if we want to pick religion, one that the religion for all really is love. That's what we all want. We're born out of love, in innocence, in purity, and we spend our lives trying to get back to that, experiencing that oneness. So the second stage then of this formula is recalculating, where we're focusing on productivity. It's not enough to say faith. The faith is demonstrated in action. But it's action that is serviceable, that puts things in agreement and harmony, and that's useful for the current situation. Producing something that brings about more balance. And it starts with people having a voice. You see the protests and the actions of people are speaking, they're doing something to try to reconcile a situation from where they stand. And then the third aspect of this formula is mutual cooperation. This would allow us to recover, to urge each other in what is universally known to be truthful and good, and joining together in healthy conversation. Everybody wants to have their voice. You know, it is said that if you see wrongdoing, to change it with your behavior or change it with your voice, your speech, or change it in your heart. Don't allow it to stay in your heart, but that's the weakest of faith. So these are three reactions to faithfulness. Actions with the hands, actions with the voice. So we want to have useful conversations, reconciling conversations, but they have to be based in what's true. The light is on nowadays. Everybody wants the truth. And then we have to persevere in that action, in that cooperation. Cooperate with each other so much that we don't even know who cooperated the first and who was second. That it becomes seamless. We become, from difference, we become one. Yes. So I ask the question again. Is religion relevant in the world today? Yes, we have different traditions. We have different practices. We have different ways to seek God, to seek the truth. But I believe when we come together, whatever our traditions, under the banner of oneness and one humanity, then religion, the proper practice of religion, us getting past our own differences and really looking for what is the commonality that we can agree on, then I think that practicing the truth of religion is the only hope for this world. So I thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity to share this presentation. And I'm asking, I look forward to further conversations. I would love to be a part of your team and help us all to grow to our highest human potential. Thank you.